The hard truth is you're not going to make any money at all. And the reason is that your domains just plain suck. Now, I need to talk about the seriousness about making sure that you get your brand names correct and you get your exact match domains correct. All right? We need to be able to identify. All right? That's the main word. Identify the type of domain that you're dealing with or the type of domain you found. All right? Because as we know, it's like finding a needle in a haystack and then selling that needle. So, let's get right into it, all right? Without any verschlugging, we're going to jump into pretty much the blueprint, so to speak, or the architecture for your 2024 domaining empire. All right, so first of all, let's talk about the difference between a brand name, which you probably would develop a website on, or you would sell it as a brand name and share your vision for it, or you get an exact match domain name and you can flip that right away for dollars, and the customer will be able to identify the value behind it. And you're also going to be able to prove a lot of mathematical numbers, comparable sale numbers, stuff like that, which is going to help you and ease the sale. Similar to eating a lot of fiber, making sure that you're not constipated and that it's going to be smooth, a smooth exit. All right. So you got your brandable domains. All right. We'll just put a B. And then you got exact match domains. Now let me explain what all these are. All right. And then you got your authority domains. Okay. You got your local domains. And then you got your corporate names. And then you got your horrible domains, your garbage. Brandable domains would be something like amazingcomputers.com. No one is searching that. It's using like the word amazing. And people are not really searching for that. They'd be searching for something like cheapcomputers.com. So because of the cheap, it's a little bit of a different something that people are searching, right? They are searching cheap computers. So therefore, it's an exact match domain. So if you've ever done a search in GoDaddy and you have an idea in your head and it's not available, that is the frustration. That's the hard part, because you're going to be doing it for a while, all right? But these are the types that flip, and I'm talking about $10 to $400. You buy it for $10, sell it for $400 bucks. All right. So next up, and again, think of it like you're adding skills. This is also the order when it comes to domaining. This is also the order that you should go. Except for this, kind of put this in the wrong order. The reason is authority domains are ones like where it is a serious term, computer.com, okay? Those are the authority. What's the word for that? That is just the boom, the prime, you know what I mean? Like that's the head of the snake or whatever you call it. Okay, so those are like going to cost like 20 grand, 30, 50 grand, 100 grand, right? Probably computer.com is probably like sell for like 3 million or something, right? So those are serious domains, authority domains, that's what I call them. And then local domains is another way for you to make money with domains, but you're adding in the sales aspect to it. And I've done a lot of it, so I'll tell you straight up, this is what a local domain is. It would be like miamipawnshop.com. I always use that pawn shop example because I've sold, not only myself, but with students. We call up different businesses and you sell them a domain that you bought, like for instance, miamipawnshop.com. Now, dentist offices, doctors, they got money. And they're also good to talk to about business if you ever get through to them, right? So if you can get through to them, I'd recommend a normal dentist, not like a specialist dentist, because specialist dentists get all their referrals from normal dentists, and then therefore they don't need any more money. They're like fully booked. They don't even want to advertise. They're like, like you take some of these clients, and a lot of those practices do, right? But anyway, pawn shops is dope because you call up a pawn shop, you'd be like, hey, I got miamipawnshop.com. It's going to crush all your competitors. How much could I get for it? The dude will, number one, tell you straight up. He'd be like, I'll give you nothing for it. I'll give you $5 grand for it. right? So he's immediately picking up the phone. He's the owner of the pawn shop, and there's no receptionist. So it's like one of the examples that actually worked for me and my students, and I'm always using that. Admittedly, I don't have time to do that all day. I hate being on the phone. Not my model. Not what I want to do for a living. So I do other things, right? But yes, if that's your cup of tea, that's how people are doing it. That's just, there's no secret really anymore. And then corporate domains are like if you had like bombo.com, all right? Some stupid weird word. It's like, there's like 6 letters. You know, that's a corporate name, all right? Horrible names are like ones like savvy software for you.com with a numeral 4 and a U. You know, you get my drift. Come on, guys. Do the work. Find either a good brandable, like amazingcomputer.net or something, or computerreview.com or computerreview.net. You see what I mean? So that's the difference. Brandables, you need to do a logo for them. You need to, you know, I mean, that's my best advice if you want to drop, you know, if you want to offload it. And then exact match domains are the types that I sell on. So put it this way. I sell these on GoDaddy, and then I don't sell these by themselves. I've never sold. Well, actually, one I did sell that was kind of just funny. I don't think anyone even searched it, but it was almost like an authority. So sometimes authority could be a phrase too. It could be like if you were ever to find something like shithappens.com. You see what I'm saying? You gotta be lookout for trademarks though. Do not purchase any trademark domains, guys. And also don't do cyber squatting either, like purchasing domains for bad purposes, you know, or holding, you know. And I heard this one cat, what he would do was buy celebrity names and then like call up the celebrity and be like, yeah, I'm buy this domain or I'm gonna, you know, put a naughty picture of you on it or something like, you know what I mean? Don't do anything illegal, you know what I mean? Don't do that. It's not nice. So, yeah, so that's about it. You know, it's pretty much, that's it. I want to keep it simple, all right? So pretty much something like photoeditingsoftware.com, that's an exact match keyword. And also, when you think about it, the syllables, there's a lot of syllables there. There's 3 words, so it's like photo editing software. 7 syllables, did I get that right? All right? Those are the types of domains you're going to be able to find from, you know, if you have a coupon, GoDaddy, $1 to $10. All right? I mean, I spend $10. I don't think I have one of those plans. Maybe I should, but who cares? So that's a good example of an exact match domain name, and it's a reasonable example. I mean, heck, that domain, you probably could find something of that quality with that amount of monthly searches for the keyword for $10. Now, if photo editing software .com is unavailable, it probably is, especially after this video, but you will be able to find other domains that are very similar to that, all right? So that's an exact match domain, and that's also an example of an exact match domain that you could probably find, all right? And it's going to be different than something like a brand name, which is something maybe like Zesty Software, right? .com, or AmazingPhotoSoftware.com, okay? Those aren't really even good brand names, all right? But they're okay, and that's an example of a brand name, all right? So those types of domains like ZestySoftware.com, that won't sell because of the word zesty, all right? It would sell perhaps if you use AI software like Dolly 3, or heck, I got a really good one, to make a logo for it, and then you sell it for a low price on Flippa as a starter site or something like that. Now, I have a case study where I did that for 1 month, and I sold 4 of them. And I did it just for you guys because Flippa is where I sell my established sites. I don't sell domains there. And it worked. I didn't like the experience. The clients on there are sharks. They'll put you through the ringer. They'll purchase just to purchase, and then they'll start haggling you. All right? So I didn't like the experience. I think there's easier ways to make money that are less stressful and less frustrating, and having to transfer the site to the customer, etc. There's easier ways to do it. For instance, selling exact match domains and using Medium, YouTube, TikTok, advertising your domain listing. Very simple. And then when it sells, the customer gets it automatically, and that's it. You get the money sent to you from Afternic, all's good, right? But that's the most important thing, and I'm going to get into the next part of this video, which is stop buying domains like zestyphotoeditingsoftware.com. All right, stop trying to cut corners. No one wants that domain. It's all about the customer, right? It's all about the demand. You have to fulfill the demand, and people are not stupid. They're not going to, just because you make some crazy comparison, and it's just totally off. Let's break the status quo here. Let's break through and start to do ethical business, guys. You know what I mean? Like, so let's start to do the work first so that you can be transparent and it just sells itself. You're going to have such an easier time in this business, and you're going to feel like you're just, you've eaten enough fiber to get through this. All right? So stop buying domains like zestyphotoeditingsoftware.com. And if you can't find photoeditingsoftware.com available, then do photosoftware.net. That would be better than zestyphotoeditingsoftware.com. I mean, come on. Let's find some domains like that. And I'm going to go through some domains right now, and we're going to do some searches with the bulk tool. We're going to do some hand reg right now. We're going to demonstrate a hand reg technique. And, we'll save the expired domains for another video. I've got another video coming where we're going to be going through some expired domains, the typical drop list, and we're going to talk about that. But, this is such a great model for people who are just getting started, quitting their jobs or whatnot. And again, my rule is don't quit your job until you're making some money, okay? I'm not an evil man, and I do not want you guys regretting coming on this channel and looking at this video, all right? I really want you guys to thrive. The whole reason I did this is because every time I walk away from this channel, y'all keep pulling me back in. Okay, so let's do some word salad, guys. We'll open up the bulk tool into Godaddy, and then I'm basically going to type in words like network, download, ebook, group, website, platform. You get the drift. And you probably want to do a longer list than that, but it's just an example. All right. Now we're going to think of niches: dog training, stock trading, and weight loss, marketing, dating. That probably won't be available. All right. So as you can see, we got some 2 words to, but these are niches, and these are some kind of, I don't know, what do you call those? And then what we're going to do here is we're going to copy these, and we're going to copy these like 5 times because we got 5 in the other list. You get my drift. So then you take network and you go like this. All right, copy and paste that network. You see that? That's some salad right there. That's some salad. So those were the originals, right? And all right, you see what we're doing here? Oh yeah, look at that. Isn't that beautiful? You see that? Isn't this fun? You guys are gonna have so much fun doing this. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, now we're gonna, yeah, you see that? Look at that, look how fast. Look at the action. You see that action? All right, see, we're done with this in 2 secs. Now, again, like you're sitting there with the laptops, you and your girl, or your guy, and you're watching a movie and you're just doing this. It's really kind of brainless. You could probably find lists on websites somewhere. All right, now I'm gonna just select all. Well, actually, I'm gonna get rid of these. Those wouldn't be available just like that, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna select all and copy, and I'm gonna select extensions. What should we do, guys? We get some AI domains. It'd be more than $10 though. What do you say? Should we try it? I would think you could find like dogtraining.ai though, without the website, or a dog training website. Let's just go for this. I'll throw that in there just for kicks and giggles. But still, I think you can get better words plus .ai than what we're trying to do with these, because these are super competitive. So the only ones we're going to find, you get my drift. You're going to find a whole bunch of really good ones but they're not going to be valuable because of this drop's value. All right, so if we can find the .coms, that'd be awesome, but, so let's give it a shot. All right, so let's get rid of these. We're not talking about these. Weight loss, unless, you savvy businessman and you have the money. All right, so new registrations. So basically, stocktradingebook.com is available. Think about that. People are actually searching that. All right, so this is that's the type of thing. But again, of course, we want to find stocktrading.com. So we want to find the best. Now, I would say that we shouldn't even done nets, because when we're finding stuff like this, dogtraininggroup.com. Oh, that was $1,500. So, but we're finding stuff like this, stocktradingebook.com for $20. And with my plan on GoDaddy, it would actually be $10. Stocktradingdownload.com. Wow. All right. So this is how sometimes you don't need an expired drop list, even for flipping right away, because these have value, and heck, these might have been purchased at some point in time. But you get the drift. Stocktradingdownload.com. It's incredibly fun. What you do is you put the laptop on your lap, and then your wife has her laptop, and then you put on Yellowstone or some type of show like that, and you do a marathon. All right, you do a marathon. You watch the entire season, of Breaking Bad or whatever you're watching, and while you're doing that, you just do some wordplay. All right, that's the beauty of hand reg. That's the beauty. And then what you're going to do is remember this. Okay, the hard part is finding them. If your job is hard selling them, you didn't do a good job finding them. All right, so you got to find your domains first. All right, so let's do a search here. It looks like we've done enough wordplay. All right, let's do a search, and let's do .com and .net as an extension. This is just simple stuff. We haven't even gotten into Web3 domains. We haven't even gotten into AI domains. All right, I'll leave that for another video. This is the basics, but isn't this beautiful? And let's see what we got here. All right, now here's my opinions of these. Okay, because this is going to save your life. I've seen it. I have the easiest job in the world here, getting you guys results, because the results that you guys prior to watching this video have gotten are horrible. Your domains are horrible. And that's why I started out the video saying you aren't going to make any money online, is because, this is not a skill, really. This is not really hard to do, okay? That's why it's number 2 on my business model list. It's like the equivalent of first grade, all right, after kindergarten. This is not like teaching you how to play the violin, or Brazilian jiu-jitsu, or something that requires intense obsession and training. All right, but it takes a little bit of patience, and it is kind of like a monotonous task, isn't it? Right? All right, so anyway, so as you can see there, we found some gems. All right, now what you're going to want to do now is, and this is what I would really, I really would recommend this, is that you try to sell them first with GoDaddy, and hopefully you have some type of X account. All right, get yourself an X account. Talk some domaining on there. All right, your opinions about domains. Just it's the most natural, organic conversation you could have about the internet. Talking about .coms, internet real estate. Just have a discussion, and then you have your picks. It'd be as if you went into a real estate conversation, and you have a portfolio. All right, and that portfolio, there is value behind that portfolio. Now the value, the pricing strategy, right? When you list your stuff for sale using GoDaddy, Afternic, or wherever the listing is. It could be on Cedo. The whole idea is you put it on there, and it's gonna sit there. All right. There's so much other traffic on there. There's so much competition that put it this way, your sale is probably going to come from your X account. It's probably going to come from your Facebook account, your Facebook page, your Facebook group, your YouTube video. That's where the sale is probably going to come from. All right. So, you have 2 tasks tonight, is to do the dual laptop dueling with your girlfriend. or boyfriend. And then you're going to find some really good domains using the bulk keyword search. I mean, that's just the bulk domain search on GoDaddy. That's just basically the way I do it. And then after you find these domains, you're going to list them for sale. And look, I mean, like this guy in my Facebook group, he says he bought a domain for $1 and sold it for $30,000. Now, I know this guy. He's prominent in the industry. He's a smart guy. He's doing this autopilot model where during the autopilot riches, you have all this time to learn all these other things. And that's pretty much what we're all doing. We're going on YouTube for an hour or 2 hours a day and looking up specific things for purposes of educating ourselves, self-education. And, this isn't a purchase a domain for $10,000 and then sell it for $100,000. We're talking about $10. But, what I'm saying is you don't need to be a smart guy. If you're not a smart guy like this guy, then you'll be able to find another needle in that haystack the next day, all right? Put them for $400. So even if you're doing like $400 a day, that's, for a lot of people, that's life-changing. And I mean, that's a good foundation. You're learning a really cool internet marketing skill, and it's probably the easiest internet marketing money, making money from home or whatnot, where you don't need, $50,000 to trade stocks with. You don't need to risk your money doing crypto. And I know that's all really enticing to people, but why? How much money have you made with crypto or stocks? Stop it. All right? This is more or less very similar to like, hey, let's sell some stuff on eBay or let's have a garage sale. I mean, this is like the basic bottom of the barrel stuff, but here I am talking about it because number one, I've sold a crap load with GoDaddy. I've sold a bunch with Flippa. Do I enjoy it? Not really. I enjoy writing books and making videos and creating beat software and software that I use myself. I like crushing. You know what I mean? Like, there's nothing wrong with crushing. But there's nothing like it when you get all these testimonials, you get all these people emailing you. And again, it's like, I don't know if I explained this in this video before, or I might have done it in another video, but I'm like, which one did you make money with? And they're like, I did it with domaining. That happens most of the time. I mean, I get people who are like, hey, I promoted your product and made money. Or, Jamie, thanks for the advice last night on the webinar. I decided to write an entire book. And I'm like, that dude will probably make money if he wrote a book. So again, these are very, very simple models. You got agency, domaining, ebooks, TikTok, Facebook fan page, YouTube launch jacking, where you're going after a tiny keyword, but it's trending at that moment. A YouTube channel, all right? SEO, doing a blog. E-com, right? Email marketing. Evergreen ClickBank product, right? JV Zoo product. High ticket webinar. PPC. Then comes all that stock trading and all that stuff. You notice I mentioned that list in order of easiest to hardest. All right? That's why launch jacking was right before a normal YouTube channel. Launch jacking is like a good way to make money from YouTube without, building up a huge following. All right? So remember, when you've got all these business models, and then you've got these gurus selling one of those really difficult business models like the email marketing or how to do your own webinar, all that stuff. Remember, I mentioned that as being some of the hardest stuff to do, all right? The problem is that easy stuff, that's where the testimonials come from. Agency, domaining, ebooks, but no one wants to do that, right? But think about it. You don't need any money to do those things. I mean, hardly. $10 for domaining. Agency, nothing. Just a Google Doc, right? So those things are really freaking easy. Okay, the first four are easy. You see 12-year-old kids using TikTok with TikTok Shop and making money. You also see a combination of that and e-com, like for instance, all the Amazon influencer stuff, which is working for a lot of folks, right? Not millions of dollars, but makes sense. You got something sitting around your house, well, you do video unboxing of that product. So, but again, domaining crushes all of them. So that's why we're always talking about domaining. And I'm always here to help and answer the questions. You know, we get a lot of comments here. And I hope I answered your questions. This video was really basically like what type of domains. I wanted to go in and, you know, we didn't talk about local. We didn't talk about a lot of other domains, but it was a pretty important lesson because, you know, you can pretty much, when you're doing hand reg, you can get brand names and you can sell those for $100 or $200 with the logo. Boom. You're doing a great service for people because a lot of the time people are not creative. And they go on Flippa, for instance, because they're not creative, right? They didn't do the hand reg. They're counting on you to do all that. And you share with them your vision. All right? So I recommend for y'all to take that advice and go run with it because I'm telling you, it was damn good advice. And in fact, I wish someone had told me this, you know, when I first got started. I had to read the book Rich Jerk to learn this concept of how to sell a domain. I'm serious. First 3 years or something. I was doing that, you know, the ebook thing, the Beats 365, selling my beats. YouTube wasn't out yet. All I had was AdWords. You know what I mean? And then I read Rich Jerk. So that was one of the things I learned about first was how to sell a domain, how to sell a website. I learned that before email marketing. I learned that before what an upsell was. And then I was like, oh my God, I can actually have an upsell. Like, you know, once they purchased my beats or the relationship ebook I had, I didn't know about that. So I'm telling you, this is a very, very natural occurrence. It's internet real estate. All right, so jump in and embrace it. It's fun. All right, so I'll see you soon, and thanks for being here, and you guys are the best. All right, I'll see you.